watch the live stream of a downhill World Cup, you get to see a lot of action. A ton of insane riding.
Oh my goodness, such.
You might even get to see a glimpse of how dedicated all of the athletes here are to their sport. What you don't see is how much mountain biking is their lives. Welcome to the bubble. You guys coming?
I'll go on Instagram, it's a little bit more PG and nice. Let's go on, we can watch some hockey. It's gone.
I feel like I spend so much time away from home being a North American and racing on like a predominantly European circuit that my team is kind of like my family. I spend so much time with Kevin and Loic and Jack and everyone else that it's like kind of become like a second home for me.
All of the riders have been traveling the world for months with their teams, and this means so much more than just riding and training and racing together.
I was born in the river, was born again.
Yeah, that's ugly. You need to make life enjoyable. Racing is so serious and we have so much pressure on all the races, so whenever the races are off, we kind of try to enjoy whatever we do and try to do things together.
Well, it's so important to have like people you love, because when it goes good, it's cool, but when it goes not so good, like last week, for example, I was like, Marlena.
We like each other, you know? It's a good
start.
start.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, totally. Oh, I don't know my lines. Do you know yours?
I hope so.
And it's not just friendships within the team. People always ask me, how do you have such a good relationship with all the riders? And it's because I grew up racing with them. I grew up traveling with Bernard Kerr, riding with Troy Brosnan and Whistler, doing run after run with Greg Menard and Morzine. And that bond stays with you for your entire life. I think it's the same for the riders here, where the friendships that you build go beyond the racetrack. Yeah, boy!
Most of my friends all ride. I've got a few like old school friends or people I met when I'm younger, but 98% of my friends are here, so it's a family sport. It's a good time.
The track in Mont-Sainte-Anne looks gnarlier than ever. Brooke already managed to walk away from an insane crash. Loris Vergier and Loic Bruni also crashed and will be out of the race on Sunday. And we talked about the overall just last week in snowshoe, and Aaron Gwynn said that one small mishap can cost you the title. Unfortunately, it seems that that is exactly what happened to Camille Balange today.
Yes, exactly. Stupid crash landed directly on my shoulder and I kind of knew something was broken. It was super painful.
And it's really these moments where you benefit from having a lot of people around you who know exactly what you're going through and can pick you back up from a moment where you went from almost being guaranteed a World Cup overall title to almost certainly coming away with nothing. Miriam and Vali are all of a sudden in the fight for the overall, and every single place counts. Vali won by 14 seconds. I haven't seen that before. Oh, no way. It looks like Miriam had a crash going into fourth place.
Man, no, I was like so gutted yesterday because Kami really deserved the overall. Even I think last year she should have like won because she's so consistent. She's always up there. Where like Pom Pom and I would just like do well or we crash. Like there's no middle. So it's like I'm super gutted for her. Like she deserved that 100%. So.
Eleonora Farina. Oh, and gets out of shape there. Some big hits. Farina holds on to it though to go fastest by a big margin. Just blew it then. No gloves for this woman.
Yeah, but she's from New Zealand.
Oh!
A huge G out off that.
Goes second. So what can Miriam Nicole do? But a massive day for her in the overall. A good advantage over Valentina Höll for Miriam. And she's up by nearly 6 seconds at split 2 then. flat rear tire for Nicole. And this is going to play havoc with his overall standings for the world champion. So Valentina Höll at the top will know this if she wants to.
I watched Matt and Matt was like looking at his phone, looking at me, looking at his phone. Do you want to know information? I was like, well, yeah.
Hoffmann in the gate.
Awesome, carrying so much pace in there. Super clean through there, super composed. Hoffmann does go fastest by 1.3. Well, Valentina Höll finds herself the last woman to leave the top.
I was like thinking in my head, okay, I just need to ride safe, get down, ride like yesterday, easy. Okay, I start, I ride safe, I'm like, oh my god, what happens if they went faster than me?
Riding with great composure up here.
So I went like fast, slow.
Hard on the brakes over the top of there for her.
Fast, slow, safe.
You gotta fight with a heart. It ain't rocket science. I'm one of the best.
So Höll doing something special there. Miriam finishing a long way down the order. Camille Balanche not starting, still going to take away massive points. She wins here in mont-sainte-anne. Look at the time, 3 seconds up in the end. Valentina Höll takes her second win of 2022.
Oh my god. I mean, obviously I never raced against Pom Pom without any one of us crashing, so it would be cool to actually have that battle and like give it all. But obviously it's just sick that actually something I planned worked out.
Insane run from Vali. You know, if you would have told me at the beginning of the week that the women's overall would still be to play for, I would have told you you were crazy. But this is downhill and anything can happen. It's the men's now, and I feel like it's going to be just as exciting as the women's.
Yeah, it's the men's now. Okay. Come on, you're right. Go. And look at this. I haven't seen crowds here like this for a long time. All the anticipation for Finn Iles, the last man to leave the hut. So much pressure on his shoulders this afternoon.
I wouldn't say pressure, but there's a lot of weight on me from myself to perform here because I feel like I want to do my very best for the Canadians.
The flags are flying for Finn Iles.
This is the only race in Canada, and I feel like being a Canadian, there's a lot of history in downhill now. Stevie Smith winning here in 2013. To me, it's one of the most iconic race runs in the history of mountain bike racing. That run, that whole season means so much to almost every Canadian racer that's coming up right now because they saw what Stevie could do and they saw what a Canadian could do on the World Cup circuit. It's just something I can look to be like, he did it, why can't I, kind of thing.
It's unbelievable, the atmosphere here in mont-sainte-anne. So, for the Santa Cruz Syndicate, Laurie Greenland.
Crazy fast, oh my.
Good grief.
Laurie just taking the risk, pushing all the way down.
Oh! Full commitment into that right-hander there as well. Gaps down there. This is Greenland at his best, you know. He's gapped everything the whole way down here. So Laurie Greenland's going to go fastest here in mont-sainte-anne. And that absolutely smashes the fastest time of the weekend. Greenland just pulling time out of everybody all the way down this course. 10 seconds back. So Deprella, another rider losing time all the way down. 8 back for him, and that is ludicrous in a dry race. You don't see time gaps like that. What can Aaron Gwynn do today? We know he's getting back to the sort of speed we've seen in the past. Gwynn crosses the line in his second place. 5.5 seconds off though. Benoit Coulage. Ooh. Oh, he goes off the track! Clodge goes straight on the tyres off the rim! Clodge! And it's a determined looking Bernard Kerr then. Working again, gapped out of there. Bernard's putting everything into this. Third place, 6.1 back. And like all these riders, he's going to look back and see just how far he is into the red. Troy Brosnan. Oh, Brosnan across the line, he goes second, 3.2 off now. Amory Piron, if he's inside the top 23 when he comes down, then he will take the overall World Cup title. Oh, he goes down! Piron goes down! Crosses the line in 25th place. Greg Minard now, second in qualifying.
He's in touch.
He is very much in touch. Oh, he's offline! Minard into the trailer! Oh. And the next man will be Finn Iles at the top.
I was born in the desert, born to die, and my soul is the reason that my body cries. To be loved by somebody, would you love me tonight?
The next Canadian to win it, Stevie Smith, the last in 2013.
If I fight this battle, we make it all right.
And now it's Finn Iles' turn to make his bid for glory then. The number one qualifier now on track. Can he take that first Elite World Cup win today here in Canada?
I have a feeling about this run. I don't know.
Fast through there. It's great by 0.27. So Iles delivering what this crowd want here. He's pushing hard. Straight off the Stevie Smith drop. Oh my goodness, what are we witnessing here today? Solid this fast. And he's doing it when it really counts.
He looks down, is his chain done?
He's up by a second. Is his chain off? We don't need any more drama here this afternoon. I hope not. Iles keeping it going down to the line. Listen to the crowd outside the commentary box. They're on the track. Finn Iles then comes down to the line. Finn Iles takes the win. Look at the time.
I'm trying to just live in this forever. This is the best moment of my life. Like, my parents are here, my team is here. We're in Canada on Canadian soil, and like, to be able to win my first World Cup here and be the second Canadian to win a World Cup after Stevie, and like, to be able to do it here is, it's like, I feel like it was scripted, you know? From the beginning of the week, I was like, there was all this stuff like talking about being in Canada, how I'm like in the overalls, like I'm just gonna try and ride my bike this week, and I can't believe it, man. I really can't. Like,
sing me to sleep when the sun's going down.
You don't have to be here to see the bond that the riders have. To see Finn Iles come across the line in first place in his home country with his family here.
so good. Oh, I'm so happy for it. So good.
Where all the riders are egging him on, cheering for him, secretly wanting him to beat them. I think that that is what makes downhill so special. That's what makes this sport a family. And it's so sad that we actually only have one more race in the season, but we will see you in Val di Sole.